Hey everybody, Namo here. I wanted to do something that was new and yet still old because I have a good chunk of older bots. When I found Kingdom Rattrap on shelves, I just had to get them because I've already got, if you've seen my unboxings or the thumbnail for this video, the other two versions. I don't have the Generations one. I don't think I'll be looking into him. The original Rattrap and the Transmetal Rattrap. First off, we should start with the original Rattrap. So he came with this little gun. And it comes apart pretty simply. So it stores away pretty easily. Mine, the articulation for his head is kind of bad because there's something wrong with the ball joint. You just twist it slightly and it comes loose. And then you have to peg it back in. He's never looking straight on. He's always looking to the side. Now, I can't fix that. Once I turn him facing forward, his head comes off again. He does have decent articulation. The flaps, the side pieces for beast mode kind of get in the way. Just normal ball jointed articulation. This ball joints came about around with Beastwars. It's what propelled them into high articulation. You were able to do a lot more with them than you were with the G1 G2 bots, able to pose them a lot more, able to do a lot more actions while playing. It was really a genius move for them to use the ball joints just to be able to have so much more articulation. So that's him. That's original Rattrap in robot mode. For beast mode, there is these little pegs right here on the sides. Peg his hands into those posts, and then you just pull the tail down and pop it into place. And you kind of need to fix his feet. But that's pretty much it. That's him in beast mode. And you have articulation in the tail. You can wiggle his little feet. Can't do really much with his head. Nothing with his mouth, nothing with, that's really all the articulation he has. And then of course, just pop his tail back up and goes right back into beast mode. He got caught. Or right back into robot mode. So, quick and simple little transformation. Here he is in robot mode. He's a little funky. He doesn't always tab in. His head doesn't come all the way up. It's like I need to grind down that little peg there because it's kind of hard to show you on camera, but it doesn't go fully up all the way. Again, his shoulders are on ball joints. He's just on a hinge for his elbows, and he's got his tail whip. He really only used it like once or twice in the show. I've never really enjoyed it because it gets in the way. It's kind of bulky and weird, and I'm suffering from the metal flake loss. You can see it on his wheel there too. The chrome paint just never stuck. It doesn't last very long. It just flakes off. It's normal for a lot of the Transmetal toys. So that was robot mode. So now let's get him into beast mode. So to begin with, we're going to pop his shoulder pads straight up in the air like that just for clearance. You're going to pull his shoulders away from his body like that, and then his whole body comes up. Flip his head up into his chest, and this arm comes around, folds in, and fits right inside that cavity. You want to pull his legs out, the wheels out just a little bit. We pull that one up, take his tail whip and hinge it down there, plug it into his hand. It kind of just fits in right here. It doesn't really fit securely, but that's where it goes. So now you're going to bend his waist in half, twist his legs back, fold his feet up, and there's these little pegs right here that these holes just slot into, like that and like that. I'm going to fold out the feet from the wheels, fold them down. And this was always the trickiest part because it's such a weird area. But we're going to finagle his head around his body. There we go. Now they just clip together. You fold his front feet out just a little bit. And there he is in beast mode. You've got some articulation in the front feet. Nothing really in the back. It can go up and down a little bit. That's about it. All of the Transmetal figures had a third mode, a vehicle mode. And if you fold his arms up like that and pull them up to where the wheel is down, so just flip it up. And then what we do in the back is we fold his feet back in and just kind of hinge it down and out. So fold his feet in, pull it out and down. And oh, he also has exhaust pipes. A little strange, but yeah. So there he is in his vehicle mode. And again, there's really nothing else for articulation. It was just a little added bonus mode. I had a lot of fun with it when I was a kid. It shows you really easily where all the chrome is flaking off. So there's Transmetal Rattrap. Now we're going to go into the newest figure. This is Kingdom Rattrap. Now he does come with a little gun that, there we go. It looks a lot like the blaster that he had in the show. Similar to the one the original Rattrap had. Does not come apart. There is no storage for him in beast mode like there was in the original one. But again, he's on all ball joints, even his hips and his ankles, and even at his feet. His head is on a ball joint, and this one actually moves around without popping off. So he's a whole lot more involved in transformation than original Rattrap. There's no plugging his hands in and flipping his tail. So what we're going to do is, first off, we need to turn his head around. There's a little bit of paint that matches with the back of the mouse head. We're going to fold his backpack down. There's a hinge. It's kind of hard to see because of his arms. There's a hinge there. You're going to just kind of slot it down a little bit. Fold the mouse head up. And see, the robot head fits into that little groove. Now, with his legs are so weird. You're going to pull them out to the side like this. Then you're going to twist his leg at his shin bone. Like I said, it's really, really odd. You're going to spin his feet forward, and with his arms, you turn them up and hinge them down. There's a slot there and a slot there. You're just going to plug them in. We spin his wrist. You do it on this side too. Him being so small, it's really hard for me to show you everything without getting my hands in the way. So I'm going to do my best. And if it's really hard to see, I'm really sorry. But now we fold his sides down. You got his arms sticking out. That one didn't get turned all the way. Well, then there's these, again, there's these pegs here and slots here. We're just going to slot them in. There's also these tabs here that his legs pop into. Pop those in. That closes up his torso. Then we can pull his legs up, notch them in. Like I said, they don't notch in the best. But there he is in beast mode. It's a whole lot more involved than this one and this one, but he's a whole lot smaller too. I mean, here's original Rattrap, right? And here's Kingdom. I mean, he's so much smaller. And like I said, this one has the guns stored here in his haunches. This gun, per the instructions, you take that slot right there into that one and just stick it onto his leg. And that's it. That's beast mode storage. It's just kind of, I think that's a bit dumb, but so that's all three of them. This one by far is the best in detail. I mean, it's the closest looking to a mouse, and articulation is wonderful. I don't like that he's this tiny, and I've had the same complaint with all of the War for Cybertron line. Everything's so much smaller than what we are used to. I mean, there's Bumblebee. This is one of the best Bumblebee figures that they've made, but he's so itty bitty. And I mean, the leader class figures are the size of the Prime Wars Voyagers. They're just so much smaller, and the price has gone up on them because of the better engineering, better detail, but they shrunk them. But we're getting modern Beast Wars figures, and that's the takeaway. We're getting updated, re-engineered, modern, better looking Beast Wars figures. So there's all three of them. I really enjoy all three of them. I really enjoyed Transmetal Rattrap because I had him. He was the one I had as a kid. I honestly got original Beast Wars Rattrap about 2-3 years ago. I've had him since he was on shelves, and I've played the heck out of him. And he's just a wonderful figure. He's one of the ones that really just kind of re-energized me in loving Transformers because of how well engineered he was. Just a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with him as a kid. And I just got him recently. I actually have him sitting beside my couch so that while I'm watching TV, I can just fiddle with him. Him and Bumblebee and Studio Series 86 Grimlock. I had to move him because he got kicked off the coffee table the other day. But they're the ones that I sit here and fiddle with while I'm watching TV. So they're fun. They look great, and I love them. I absolutely love them. So there's all three of them. This has been a whole lot longer than I meant for it to be. So stay tuned, keep watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let me know in the comments what you think, especially if you know of anyone trying to get rid of some of the Beastwars toys. I definitely want to look into some of those. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.